Did you know that for every decade after age 30, a man's testosterone levels can drop by up to 10%? And that more than 30% of men over 40 already have hormone levels below the healthy range, often without even realizing it? But don't be fooled into thinking this is only a man's problem. Testosterone is also essential for women. It influences sexual desire, energy, mood, and even bone health. What few people realize is that symptoms like extreme fatigue, constant discouragement, loss of muscle mass, belly fat, and lack of motivation often have a silent cause: low testosterone. And we're not talking about a minor issue. Studies show that testosterone is directly linked to longevity, cardiovascular health, physical stamina, and mental well-being. When it drops, quality of life plummets. The problem? Most people only notice when the symptoms pile up. Then, out of desperation, some turn to quick and dangerous fixes, like anabolic steroids, which can cause infertility, cancer, and severe heart problems. The good news? You don't have to go down that path. In this video, you'll discover 6 natural, simple, and scientifically proven strategies to increase your testosterone safely, healthily, and effectively. All you need is attention, discipline, and the right knowledge, which is exactly what you're going to get here. And if you value your health, want more energy, performance, self-esteem, and even a better sex life, then take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who also deserves these tips. Now tell me in the comments, have you ever suspected that your testosterone levels are low? What symptoms have you been feeling lately? I read them all. Let's dive into what this powerful hormone is and how you can take control of your health starting today. Testosterone is much more than the male hormone, as many think. In fact, it's one of the most important hormones in the human body, for both men and women. It's produced mainly in the testicles in men and ovaries in women, in smaller amounts, and also by the adrenal glands. But what does it actually do? Testosterone is responsible for a number of vital functions. In men, it's directly linked to muscle development, sperm production, body hair growth, a deeper voice, sex drive, and even decision-making and self-esteem. In women, it supports lean mass, sex drive, and daily energy. Think of testosterone as the fuel of a sports car. When it's high, your body runs with power, speed, and efficiency. When it's low, the engine sputters, loses performance, and starts to signal that something is wrong. The brain feels it too. Studies show that low testosterone is linked to a higher risk of depression, lack of focus, and loss of motivation. It's as if the will to do things just vanishes. But what's most dangerous is that this drop happens gradually, silently. That's why many people think they're just tired, stressed, or naturally aging, when in fact they're dealing with a serious hormonal imbalance. So why do testosterone levels drop? Many factors contribute: natural aging, sedentary lifestyle, poor diet, chronic stress, lack of sleep, excessive alcohol, exposure to environmental toxins, like plastics and pesticides, and even certain medications. In other words, everyday habits may be sabotaging your hormones without you knowing it. That's why understanding testosterone's role and how to keep it at optimal levels is essential, not just for physical performance, but for quality of life, mental health, and longevity. Now that you know what this powerful hormone does, let's talk about the most common signs that your testosterone may be low, and how to recognize them in time. Do you feel like you've lost your spark? Do you wake up tired even after a full night's sleep? Are you gaining belly fat even though you're eating the same? And your libido, has it decreased? If you answered yes to one or more of these questions, pay attention. These are classic signs your testosterone may be dropping. Let's list the main symptoms and explain what they mean. Chronic fatigue. Waking up drained, always feeling exhausted, and losing interest in daily activities are common signs of hormonal deficiency. Often mistaken for stress or aging, the root cause may actually be testosterone imbalance. Decreased libido and erectile dysfunction. This is one of the most immediate and alarming signs. Testosterone drives sex drive, in both men and women. When it drops, so does libido. In men, it can also lead to erectile issues and reduced sperm quality, belly fat and muscle loss. One of testosterone's key roles is helping maintain muscle mass and burn fat. When it's low, you lose definition and start accumulating belly fat. Mood swings, irritability, and depression. Low testosterone directly affects neurotransmitters responsible for feelings of well-being. You may feel sadder, more anxious, unmotivated, and even develop symptoms of depression. Hair loss and weaker skin. Testosterone also influences body hair growth and skin firmness. Excessive hair loss or thinning can be a sign. Difficulty focusing and memory loss. Some people report feeling disconnected, with trouble concentrating and memory lapses, all linked to testosterone's role in brain function. Bone density loss. Over time, low testosterone can weaken bones, increasing the risk of fractures, especially in older men. The danger is that many of these symptoms are silent and easily confused with modern life's pace. That's why so many live with low testosterone without realizing it. If you identified with any of these signs, keep watching, because in the next chapters, you'll learn how to reverse this situation naturally, safely, and effectively. And remember, your body speaks, and testosterone is its silent cry for help. Now let's get to the point. The top natural ways to boost testosterone. Tip 1. Get good sleep. Studies show that sleeping less than 6 hours a night can reduce testosterone by up to 15% in just 1 week. Hormone production peaks during deep sleep, especially between midnight and 6 a.m. Create a sleep routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same times. Avoid screens 1 hour before bed, keep your room dark and cool, and reduce caffeine after 4 p.m. Tip 2. Strategic nutrition. Diets low in healthy fats, high in simple carbs, and full of processed foods sabotage testosterone. Eat foods rich in zinc, healthy fats, magnesium, and vitamin D. Opt for lean red meat, eggs, olive oil, avocado, spinach, almonds, and pure cocoa. Avoid excess sugar, alcohol, and soy. They can hurt hormone production. Tip 3. Strength training. Weightlifting triggers strong hormone production, especially with compound exercises like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. Train 3 to 5 times a week, focusing on large muscle groups. Avoid overly long sessions, over 90 minutes, which can raise cortisol. Tip 4. Reduce stress. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is testosterone's enemy. When cortisol is high, testosterone drops. Meditation, deep breathing, enjoyable activities, and quality time with family help keep stress in check. Tip 5. Avoid toxins and plastics. Xenoestrogens found in plastics, cosmetics, and pesticides mimic estrogen and disrupt male hormones. Avoid storing food in plastic, drinking from reused plastic bottles, and using products with parabens and phthalates. Choose organic foods when possible. Tip 6. Sun exposure and vitamin D. Technically a hormone, vitamin D is closely tied to testosterone production. Get 15 to 20 minutes of sun daily with arms and legs exposed. Supplementation may be necessary. Talk to your doctor and get your 25-OH-D levels tested. Conclusion and action plan. You've learned that testosterone is vital for your health, energy, sexuality, longevity, and self-esteem. That hormonal decline is silent but devastating if ignored. And that it's absolutely possible to reverse this with simple, natural, and sustainable habits. Summary of the 6 tips to naturally increase testosterone. 1. Get quality sleep. 2. Eat smart. 3. Lift weights. 4. Manage stress. 5. Avoid toxins. 6. Get sun and watch your vitamin D. Don't fall for miracle supplements or anabolic shortcuts. Your health doesn't need hacks. It needs conscious care and smart decisions. Now tell me in the comments, which of these tips do you already follow? Which one will you start today? Share this with someone who needs this information and help more people reclaim their vitality. If you enjoyed this content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next health and wellness episodes. Your transformation begins with a choice. And that choice can be today.